ইউনিয়ন ক্যাবিনেট যোৱাকালি জুন 14 নতুন আর্ম ফোর্সেস রিক্রুটমেন্ট স্কিম অগ্নিপথ কইনা আনাউন্স কৰি দিয়া পিছতে আজি চিফ অফ স্টাফ মেজর জেনারেল RS ঘুৰাইয়া ডিমাপুৰ প্ৰেছ খান লগ অগ্নিপথ স্কিম ওপৰ প্ৰেছ ব্রিফিং কৰিছে ৰংগাপাৰ মিলিটাৰী স্টেশন ডিমাপুৰতে মেজর জেনারেল বা কৈছে অগ্নিপথ স্কিম লগা মেইন এম দ ইয়াংস্টার্স খানগে প্ল্যাটফর্ম দিগনা আর্ম ফোর্সেস তো ট্রান্সফর্ম কৰিব নিমিতে আছে কৈছে
Scheme is called the Agnipath, and the youth selected under the scheme will be known as Agniveers. Agnipath allows patriotic and motivated youth to serve the armed forces for a period of 4 years. Well, the aim of this scheme was to restructure the intake and retention processes in the Indian Armed Forces with a view to evolve youthful, modern, and futuristic fighting force, and thus provide opportunities to the youth of this nation to be disciplined, motivated, and skilled. It aims to achieve optimal balance between the experienced permanent cadre, which have unique technical skills and operational skills, which will be supported by the youthful and the well-equipped support cadre, which we want to induct now as the Agnipath or the Agniveers. The annual intake will be as per the requirements of the organization, that is Army, Air Force or the Navy. Periodic phased screening processes have been put in place to assess the most proficient personnel required for permanent cadre. I will be explaining to you how it will happen. There will be adequate monetary and employment incentives given to the existing personnel or exiting personnel to ensure attractiveness of this scheme. We hope that this broad concept translates into a win-win situation for the armed forces, the personnel or the individuals joining the armed forces, and the society at large. Thereby, we get physically fit, motivated, well-disciplined, and skilled personnel we give back to the society. Certain considerations which were kept in view when this whole scheme, which is under discussion, deliberation over quite some time in the armed forces, we wanted to have a youthful profile of the armed forces, which is a must for today's environment. We also have a long durations of training which is being conducted presently. We wanted to optimize that training and shorten the duration. At the same time, we wanted to exploit the availability of technically trained manpower which is available in the country through technical institutions, ITIs, and various other colleges and institutions which are available. By this method, over a period of next 7 to 8 years, the average age of the army will be reduced from 32 to 26 years. These Agniveers will be authorized slightly less leave. Therefore, it improves their availability for the organization for a longer duration. The second point, which is very important, which I want to share with you, and especially from the northeastern India, is that we wanted to improve the diversity of our armed forces. Presently, about 70% of Indian Army comes from just 168 districts of the total of 775 districts of India. So we wanted to ensure that there's the equal representation by all states, by all the residents of this nation. Therefore, we are switching to all India, all class composition. I'm sure this will lead to improved quality. We'll have a very well laid out 3-tier objective assessment of the people who will join the armed forces. There will be a rigorous screening. And of course, at the end of 4 years, we will retain about 25% of these people, and 75% will move into the society. Our contribution to society in terms of these 75% moving out of the batch which has come to us, we feel that we'll give to society more skillful, motivated youth who have attained more financial stability than their counterparts in the civil street. And they will be as young as from 21 to 25 years, and they will be easily absorbed by various organizations or by the society. And therefore, we hope we carry out value addition to the quality of youth of this nation. The selected candidates will be enrolled for 4 years, and after 4 years, there will be a clean break. 100% will exit at the end of 4 years, and they will opt for permanent cadre absorption at the end of 4 years. So based on our selection process, we will offer 25% of them permanent enrollment in the army. The eligibility is from 17.5 to 21 years, medically and physically fit, standards as per present norms, and of course the education qualifications as required by the armed forces. Pay and allowances, yearly package of about 4.76 lakhs in first year to 6.92 lakhs in the fourth year. All allowances which are applicable to the personnel now will be applicable to them, like risk or hardship, clothing, ration, transport. Once they get selected and absorbed as a permanent cadre, then their pay will be fixed as a regular soldier. There are certain conditions, and there is a Seva Nidhi program for them, in which 30% of their monthly emoluments will be compulsorily contributed. Equal amount will be matched by the government. So after 4 years of service, they will get about 11.7 lakhs accumulated amount when they exit from the service. There shall be no entitlement to gratuity and pensionary benefits to these Agniveers. However, they will be provided non-contributory life insurance cover of 48 lakh rupees for the duration of their engagement with the armed forces. In the end, I just want to reiterate that Army will continue to retain the rich legacy, history, traditions, military values, and culture based on the principles of cohesiveness, camaraderie, esprit de corps, and the core ethos of Naam, Namak, and Nishan. I want to again reassure that during the implementation and stabilization of this Agnipath scheme, our operational capabilities and preparedness along the borders and the ability to deal with internal security challenges will be fully maintained. We are confident that this change will bring new vigor and confidence in the Indian Army and make it stronger, more capable, and inspired.
Alag-alag khubor kane, sai thakbi Hornbill TV. Goodbye.